Yo, we're up. Real drawing hours. We are doing everything in our power to have fun this Saturday. And it's going to be pretty sick. All right, so to warm up and get jiggy, we're just going to draw something not tutorial based. I'm just going to draw this guy, and I'm thinking what I want to do with him is make him kind of like a devil character, right? Maybe a devil in a suit. Devil in a red dress, maybe. Okay? So, we're doing what you've seen, like all the other tutorials we've ever done. I'm starting with the two circles on the head. And actually, this light might even... Yeah, that light kind of ruined it, didn't it? Okay. So, with these two circles... Oh, but you know what? I need a little extra light. I need a little extra light in my life. 1 second. Let me try this one. We'll get to the drawing. Don't worry. Don't worry, Art by Tiffany. Don't you worry. We're just starting. Obviously, we're going to have some growing pains. And that's normal. That is incredibly normal for everybody. And then we'll throw this one on. All right. That's much better. Okay. So, now I can see what the hell I'm trying to draw. What we always start with is this big main circle for the head, right? And then a little tiny circle. And what this gives us is all of the setup for, our brow line in that middle section. We know about where our nose is going to be. Now that these two circles collide, we know where that chin is going to be, etc., etc. So I'm just going to throw in some indications of where I think all of these little pieces are going to go. This nose is going to sit right in between those two eyes. And maybe if we're doing a devil character, this mouth is going to be pretty long. A lot longer than a normal mouth. Same with that chin. And because this face is turned away from us just a little bit, sort of in that 3/4 position, we're going to have to curve that center line. That's the line that splits from the top to the bottom is going to be curved just a little bit, so we know the whole face is turned instead of just ripping like a straight view, right? Are we all tracking on this? You guys understanding these words I'm saying? Come on. A sip of coffee for power. All right. So we know where the eyes, nose, and mouth are. I'm going to throw in a little indication for a big... Oh, goodness. I just got a scary, scary text. My landlords are coming. Oh, my God. They're going to see my coke operation. Okay. I'm going to throw in a little indication of where I think those eyebrows are going to go. And basically what we see is the whole rest of this head is going to be forehead and hair, which is something it took me a long time to realize. But a lot of your face structure and a lot of your face drawing usually ends up in like only the bottom half of whatever sort of setup you have. There's equal part face to top of head because the hair has some volume. And also your cranium, like the top of your skull is just like really big. And it's once you really start if you look in the mirror and really realize how big your head is compared to everything else, it's really funny. And it starts sort of making everybody look like a cartoon. So with this, because we want this guy to be sort of devilish, I'm going to make his face quite slim and slender and even like pointed at the bottom. And we'll have that jawline come up and around towards where I think the ear is going to be, right? And then we'll probably see a little bit of an ear there too. And again, this is all just like set up so then we can come in with a pen later. But you see how I extend that top of the head to that sort of midpoint of the ear, and then we come down into this chin and into that jawline. You see how pretty much half of this head is face, and then the top half is only skull, right? We all tracking on this? How's everyone doing, by the way? Is everyone having a good Saturday, or is it horribly, horribly bad? And then for the nose, we already have this brow line set up. We're already kind of chilling. We're bouncing on it even. So I'm going to throw in a little dark line there to start this nose. And then I want it to be quite sharp as well. So maybe we'll throw in something like that. And maybe his nose sort of looks like this, almost anime style. And I put that line a little bit too far down. So guess what? We're drawing light. We can erase it. So we'll keep that nose for now. I might change that later, but for now it's kind of fitting. So we'll cascade down into there, right? And then if this guy's going to be a devil character, maybe we have his eyes be a little bit tight, a little bit dastardly. A lot of times, whenever you are drawing and you're trying to get your character or whoever you're drawing to have a certain emotion or whatever, usually you can do all of that with just the eyes and nose, right? I used this technique the other night, but it's so hard for me to get the details right so small. Definitely, dude. Oh, what's up, Elijah? Something to know about that very fact. That's an incredible thing to say. Basically, when you're doing a lot of practice, draw big. Like, draw as big as you can. With this drawing, I'm just like, I want to make something cool on this page, so I'm drawing quite small. But, like, the bigger you draw, the more space you have to get these details and to, like, figure things out and to figure out proportions. And, like, even though this is quite small, I still gave myself, you know, the whole drawing is face. And I'm really focused on figuring out all of the dimensions and all of the differences. And the more space you have, the better. So, if you are focusing on a specific, like, skill or type of drawing, just draw your face this big. And it's gonna look bad. Like, we all know that. But it gives you the space to play, and it gives you the space to practice, and it gives your brain a much better understanding of what it's going to look like or supposed to look like, right? And then once you get really comfortable drawing big, you can then sort of graduate to drawing small. What am I drawing now? I'm going to draw this little devil character kind of dancing, and then maybe we'll figure out some way to add context to him. But I had this image, sort of like the Joker on a deck of cards. But I just think it'll be a fun drawing. So with this ear, I want him to have like little goblin-esque ears, so those will pop up too. So I'm just going to draw a little indication of that, right? And then this mouth, we want him to be completely devilish, so I want this mouth to sort of go way past his eyes. Also, another thing, whenever you're drawing mouths, on real people, I'll just show you on this one. On real people, the mouth never extends past the middle point of the pupil. So if you're ever worried, or I've definitely noticed that with my portraits for sure, the bigger they are, the easier they are. Exactly. It's like, if you ever see comic books, the craziest thing is comic book artists will draw on paper that's like basically a painting size. Like they will draw a huge canvas and then they scan that on a computer and then they shrink that down to be the size of a paper. That's why he's hitting the Thriller dance. Yeah, dude. It's gonna be awesome. That's why you'll look at comic books and you're like, oh my god, how did they cram that much detail into it? It's because they actually did. They crammed all of that detail into a huge drawing, and then they let the computer like shrink that down, so then, you know, every stroke gets super small to the point that you couldn't actually do that with your hand. I mean, some people probably can if they have like every single size of pen, but you're working way against yourself if you draw it like that. That explains all the detail. Dude, I know. That's what I'm saying. I took a comic book class one time, and that fact blew my mind. Okay, so from here, we're going to start with his little neck. We'll make it a little bit skinnier as well. And I kind of want this guy in a suit. So what we're going to do is start with a collared shirt. And again, this is all just like setup. None of these lines are probably going to be permanent. I'll go over all the lines that I want to stick around in like dark or maybe even pen. But for now, I'm just... Oh, and maybe we make this tie like flaying out or something. That'd be fun. So I'm just like, I'm drawing super lightly everywhere, and I'm giving myself all of these little footholds to then make sure that this drawing is going to be awesome. Where did you take a comic book class? Sounds pretty cool. I took it in college, dude. It was for one of my art credits, and the class looked sick, and guess what? It was. And now for the shoulders, we're gonna throw up. I already have, you see that I have like this whole big figure drawing. A lot of people will start figures this way, just very gestural, very like raw, getting circles for hips, joints, knees, everything. And then basically I can just play and figure out where I want detail past that. And it makes it super easy because then I'm essentially just turning what would be a very complex drawing into following along and following some lines. So we can throw in some stuff there, a little bit of a sleeve action. Same thing on this side because of proportion and perspective. We're probably not going to see a ton of this shoulder, but we'll see just enough. We'll throw on a little bit of a sleeve there. And his body's probably going to cover up most of this arm as well, so I don't need to think about it too much. And for now, I'm actually going to clean up a little bit of this drawing just to make things a bit easier. I feel pretty confident in a lot of these proportions, but obviously once you get going and once you get really moving, you're going to end up switching everything because that's just what drawing is, man. Sometimes, oh God, sometimes you just have to erase everything and start over again. But this start is feeling pretty good. Already I'm seeing this arm is probably a little bit effed up. So I'm even going to erase a bunch of this and I'm going to replace it. I'm even going to erase some of the gestural foundation that I did because it's kind of so locked in my brain from drawing it that I feel pretty confident just being able to fix and change right now. So we'll do maybe something like that for that arm. And then his hands are going to be cascading down like a villain, right? Okay. And now, fun fact about proportions as well. Basically, every human body, every person is like 7 to 8 heads tall. So if you take this head, his body has to be like 2 heads tall, and then his legs are going to be 3 heads tall. Oh God, I have to answer this text. 1 second, everybody. Relax. Okay, we're back. My landlord's coming with a SWAT team. Okay, so if the body has to be 2 heads tall, I feel pretty confident that I nailed that because I did all of that gestural and foundational work, right? And now the legs have to be 3 heads tall, which I think I also nailed that. So what we can do now is continue on just bolstering up some of these proportions, making sure these legs and feet look at least a little bit realistic for now. We're not going for like a total win at this exact second. We're just trying to get everything placed and feeling solid. So with that, legs are always a lot thicker than you think. If you look at a person that you're drawing, usually they're like their whole body is one big long rectangle, and then depending on the character you're drawing, they'll have like curves or they'll have different proportions. But if you start with basically just one big rectangle, you know that your body is this width and your legs are pretty much the same exact width. So whenever you're drawing, and your drawing feels very top heavy, or you feel like your legs are like sticky or chicken leggy or whatever, it's because they probably are. The legs are a lot thicker than you think because they're like some of the biggest muscles you have on your body. So that all feels at least a little bit normal. This face, let's add some horns to this guy maybe. Just little indications. Who cares? We'll come in and make those look better and more fun later. He's also going to have like lapels, so we can draw those in. Coming down, cascading through. And then because of this midline's curved, the same thing is going to happen down the body, so that the middle of his suit jacket is going to look a little bit different. So we can throw in some curtails there, and then we're never going to see this half because this leg is in front of him, right? So now we're just sort of refining. We're just figuring out where we want all of these details to be all the time. And another thing for drawing clothing, a lot of times people will rush into trying to get those ruffles of clothing as fast as possible. And like that's all well and good, but understanding where ruffles happen usually helps you get those down way faster and way better. And where those happen is any place that movement happens. So like we'll see wrinkles in this elbow section. We'll see wrinkles a little bit in these shoulders moving up and down. We'll see wrinkles with this piece of clothing cascading over the leg. We'll see this leg have wrinkles underneath the knee. And then this leg probably won't have too many, but just for a little bit of dynamics, you can just throw some sort of towards the crotch spot and maybe underneath the knee. Everywhere where a piece of clothing is like forming to the body is where you're going to end up seeing some wrinkles. So basically, now we can just have a little bit of fun with this drawing and really figure out, you know, what style, where we want certain details, where we want things to look 3D, where we want things to look 2D, etc., etc. So I'm going to start erasing some of these foundational lines just to give us a better look at what we're working with this guy. And whenever you get to this point where you like feel pretty confident in erasing some of your foundational lines, it's always really smart to take a step back and look at your drawing. Like actually, I'm saying like, I want you to move away from your piece of paper. I want you to move your head further away from your piece of paper and look at this piece of art and see like what is wrong with it. Because if you are super tunnel vision into a drawing, you're going to get to a point where you think everything is awesome because your head is like right here and it's looking right here and it feels fine. But then the second you move a foot away or something, some proportion is going to look like insanely off, right? And what that does is it gives us way more information on how to fix that very quickly. And so it's super important. What's up, Poochie? Miss me? Well, thank you. I miss you too. It's super important to like have that step back because you don't want to tunnel vision into a drawing for hours and then think it's finished, and then the second you like put it up on your wall, you see a million mistakes, right? So just halfway through, whenever you can, just rip a quick little foot away look. You got a joke? All right, run it up, Pooch. So now I'm kind of digging this guy. I'm kind of digging his proportions. I think his arms look fine. I think his legs look fine. So let's start going in and finalizing some of these details. Not all of them, but just some. So like these horns, maybe I want them to be a little bit smaller and a little bit smoother. This one, we won't see the node that it's coming out of as much, so that'll just be right on the side of his head. This top of his head I like a lot, so I'm going to finalize that a little bit. We can come down here into the ears. And you know what? I want to get a new pencil. This one is too short. For my boy, me? Really? I'm excited. I'm excited, Pooch. Okay. New pencil load. Do you ever flip yours upside down to help with the tunnel vision? Oh yeah, definitely. I'll even I'll change the angle of it, turn it sideways. You can flip it upside down. You can do like pretty much everything. But you just like slowly, whatever helps to get out of that tunnel vision is a fantastic way about it. Poochie, you've told me this joke before. And you know I can't say it out loud. I can't reread this joke. Okay, so I'm going to finalize a little bit of this ear. And let's add just a little bit of a lobe on him too. And then we can finalize a little bit of this jawline because I'm pretty amped on it. And then for this side of the head, we're going to make sure that we outline some cheek and some eyebrow, and that eyebrow line is going to curve into that horn. And he's looking dastardly already. And then this ear, we can redo and replace that a little bit to look more realistic. We can go into these eyes a little bit and reset those. Dude, nice. This is starting to turn out. I'm going to add a little bit more indication of eyebrow. Maybe we can add in some pupil action, just as an indication. Whoa, mama. We can get this mouth going a little bit more permanent style. And dude, look at that. Just a little bit of a darker pencil tone, and it already brings out a ton of definition. Deja vu, that's what I'm saying. You did? Yeah. Exactly, Poochie. What's up, Crow? I took your advice. We're doing it very early. Okay. And now from here, we have the neck to finalize a little bit. We have that collared shirt action. Oh yeah. And we're just slowly working through all of the lines that we really liked in that first couple phases. And we're just making sure those are a little bit more permanent. Because as we go, this is going to make the finished product so much better because we have even more information to work off of. So then for this shoulder, we are going to run it up. And maybe even this shoulder's a little bit too large, so I'm going to cut that in just a little bit. This guy's going to be quite skinny and conniving. And then we'll have these sleeves come up into a point. And sleeves are always 3D, so I like to add a little bit of a curved line there and then a curved line at the bottom to show that the wrist is going to be coming out of, you know, a 3D object. So we can throw that in. We can use the sleeve to add just a little bit of definition to this arm to show that it is like a forearm versus just a straight plank. And then we can have that go into the armpit. The armpit is going to have some sort of ruffle or curl or fabric fold, so we have to remember that when we're going through it. He's probably wearing an undershirt, right? So we can do a secondary cuff in there. Whoa, here we go. And that's also going to be a little bit 3D. And then his wrist is probably just going to take that section so we can make sure that this is as 3D as possible. And his hands are going to be doing this weird It's sort of, we're starting with a sock puppet for a hand, and then we can do more detail later. What you drawing, my boy? I'm drawing a little devil character today. And we're going to, I don't know, add some context behind them or do something fun, but this is just like a redo of like the Joker card in a deck of cards. Like we're drawing a new Joker. Okay. So then same thing, we can slowly start refining this shoulder over here. Again, even though these lines look a lot darker, they're still technically very, very light. So I can erase anything at any point. Whenever you're drawing, you never want to just like full press your pencil into the page and like scratch into the paper. You want to just like lightly add and add and add, so you can always erase, and there's never going to be that sort of horrible moment where you can't erase a line from your drawing, right? So the same thing on this sleeve, we're going to make it just a little bit 3D. And then we want a little bit of a cuff coming out of there as well. That's also going to be 3D. So then his wrist has something to come out of. And the same thing for this hand. We'll have a little sock puppet to start, and then we can do some more definition and fun stuff later, but we really just want to get shapes first. And then we can shrink up and finalize this bottom sleeve. And then his body is probably going to be about here. Right. So then we can connect this sleeve up. And already, like, we are seeing the proportions, we're seeing all of the setup stuff we did, we're seeing everything that we've been working so hard to sort of come to fruition. Like his arms look great for now. We'll probably fix this sleeve up a little bit. We'll probably fix this sleeve up a little bit. But we're just like slowly grinding through all of these little tiny details and slowly marching our way through these, finalizing these details. So now for the leg, we're going to see a little bit overhang with this suit jacket, but not too much. And then we can really just focus on getting this top line of his knee going. And these are like surprisingly square. So sometimes instead of a curved line, just throw in like 2 straight lines that have that curve going, right? You see how I did that? And then this suit jacket or this pant leg is going to cascade down a little bit. And we can add a little bit of volume there into the leg, into this thigh. That's a kind of a banging leg. Look at that. We're cruising. How you doing, Crow? What you been up to today? Also, Poochie, I haven't even asked you, what have you been up to today? And then for this second leg, we're going to come, if this is his butt, right? His second leg basically has to come from that zone 2. So we can finalize and sort of cut in there. And I want this pant leg to also droop over his shoe a little bit. So we can draw that in. And then we can add maybe just a little indication for a knee or something. And then this pant leg and his leg is going to come up to sort of meet the rest of his body, right? Because legs are basically the same width as the body. Look at that. He's coming together. He's doing his dance. He's doing his evil, evil dance. The devil man looks mischievous. Dude, that's what I'm saying. You've been wonderful. You're feeling merry and jolly. Holy smokes. That's incredible. Okay, so as we're going to keep cruising. Shoes and feet are always pretty notoriously hard for people, so I like to keep them, like the hands, sock puppets in nature for now. And then we can do sort of details later, but I just want to get at least the shape and size correct. So I'm just going to throw in these basically like pizza slices with a little bit more angularity. And then that's going to be the building blocks for more and more detail once we need it. But dude, this guy is starting to come together. And then for this tie, we talked about maybe having it flip up and away from him. So maybe it comes all the way up here. It kind of looks like a sword almost. Right, just an idea. We don't have to stick with this, but for now it looks pretty fun and cool. It also hides some of that shoulder that we drew earlier. So guess what? I'm going to erase some of that and see how that looks. And I'm kind of liking that. Dude, I'm kind of digging this. Okay, so if that's the tie, coming up kind of like a lizard tongue almost, then we need to figure out the midpoint of the suit jacket that he's wearing. So that's going to look about like that. And it'll probably come down and around his leg, right? And then this side is going to be completely covered, so we don't really need to show any of that. And then we can add some buttons or something, just some indications. And then his lapels are going to cascade down his body sort of like this, closer to his, we'll start with rectangles, closer to his collar. And then we can add in those little jut outs, those little darts as we move. Look at this guy. He's starting to look very devious. How about me? I went to the bank this morning. I read my book this morning. And now I'm drawing. It's been very nice. Made some coffee, drinking it now. Hello. And we're chilling. Still no Bloom. We haven't seen Bloom in a long time, which is sad and scary. But this guy looks pretty beast. We are getting to a point of like adding some finer detail, adding some real sort of smoke to this guy. With this, I want to add in maybe a little bit of pant pocket detail. I also maybe want to do like a pinstripe design on these pants. So let's just throw in like a little indication of that, just to give it some dynamic style points. And whenever you're drawing little pinstripes or detail or texture on pants or anything, you have to remember that the pinstripes also interact with the curves and the folds of the fabric, as well as the perspective. So as you're going, you want to follow all of the lines that we just drew together and just add little bits of curves wherever you can. You see that? You see how quickly we just added pinstripes? Dom joined through the invite I shared. I shared an invite? What? Well, dude, we're ripping. Let me see this. Nobody said anything in TikTok chat. That's fine. That flower is scared of me. What? Oh, of course. As well as great Poochie, Assassin, and Galaxy. Everyone is scared. Dude, that's what I'm saying. You're a scary, scary man. Okay, let's start finalizing these lapels a little bit. That looks perfectly fine by me. And now for this guy, as whenever I'm drawing too of people or whatever, I like to use my body as reference. I like to use my hands, my feet, everything that I have just like readily available. So with this guy, I'm actually, every once in a while, I'm getting into the position that he's in. to think about where the thumbs are going to be, where the fingers are going to be. Like this hand, the thumb is going to be towards his tie, so we don't need to see it. But this side, his thumb is going to be hanging out like right here. And we know that just because I just took a second and stood like this or sat like this and figured out that this hand needs to show the thumb. So I'm just going to throw a little indication there. After this, could I draw armor? Armor? Just like a suit of armor? That'd be cool. I'm in on that. Okay. So let's just continue finalizing and playing with all of this stuff. This tie can come and swoop through there. Maybe we see a couple of his fingers here. So I'm going to throw in some indication there. We don't need to see all of them, just like one or two. You see how I'm slowly adding a little bit of definition everywhere, and it's like making the drawing feel more full, feel a little bit more poppy. Maybe he has another, maybe we can see 2 or 3 of his fingers here. And it just becomes more full. I'm just bouncing around, trying to add detail where I can, making sure things look at least a little bit legit, and making it feel more full. And guys, he looks pretty solid. He looks pretty good so far. Like upper knight armor. I feel like it'd be pretty cool. Upper knight. What's upper knight armor? Crap. What are we talking about? Are you talking about on this guy? Or just like upper knight from medieval times? Okay. So now basically we can start adding little bits of shading and detail. I know that this suit jacket is going to be dark, or at least a little bit dark, so let's just throw in indication of color on this whole thing. This is also going to hide a couple of our mistakes. We can add some shading on the bottom of this leg, just to give it some definition. We can add a bunch of shading right underneath this one leg onto this second leg, because not a lot of light is going to get here anyways. And then a little bit at the bottom too. This arm is going to be a little bit shaded. Same with this one. And dude, we're getting very close to throwing in some pen work, which is going to be very fun. We do have to figure out what we want for his feet. Like shoulders, torso, neck, and head armor, or Templar armor. Oh yeah. I'm in on that. I like that. That'll be fun. So, we've already been drawing this for 40 minutes. Can you believe that? That's crazy. What we want to do now is let's make him barefoot. How about that? Okay, so to make him barefoot, I'm just going to lightly erase this foundation that we drew, just so I have like sort of an outline to work from. But I'm not going to erase it completely. Same with this bottom foot. Just very lightly using my eraser. And if he's barefoot and he's standing like that, we're going to see the big toe on this side, but not on this foot, right? We're going to see the pinky toe on this foot. So what we want to do is probably start with a little bit of ankle, and then that foot is going to cascade down into the toe section. And we're going to see a little bit of a pinky toe and then just a couple of the bigger toes behind it. And then he's going to have sort of an arch and a heel. A very dubious creature indeed. So that's the first sort of sketch outline of that, but same thing with this one. We'll show a little bit of the ankle, go into a slight pan, and then he's got his big toe right here. And then this one we're going to see a lot more of that arch. And then we'll see just a little bit of toe and action behind that. Okay, we're getting close. We're slowly but surely grinding through all of these details. Elf shoes with bells? Ooh, that's a really good idea too. Let's try it. If we did that, we can basically just draw over top of this foot with little like elf shoes like this that curl up. And then the bell would be like right there. That is a good idea. We'll think on that one. Because I do kind of like the barefoot idea, but that's fun. So we'll throw in an indication of that, what that could look like. Dude, that's sweet. Okay, I have to flip a coin to decide. Ooh, now we're talking. Okay, check this out. Should we flip a real life coin instead of a digital one? That seems more fun to me. I don't even have a quarter. I'm broke. We're flipping a penny. Alright. This is what's going to happen. I'm going to take this penny, I'm going to spin it as fast as I can. Heads, we do barefoot. Tails, we do elf shoes. Right? Tails is the shield. Head is old Abe. Right? Okay. Head is barefoot. Tails, shoes. Let's rip it up. Tails. We're doing shoes. All right. Fair enough. Good job, Crow. You won. So for these shoes, we can basically erase what we just drew with the toes and the arch. And we can just go back to focusing on big, broad shapes. So these shoes are going to come down and they're going to point up. And then they'll have sort of a flat zone and then a little bit of rubber underneath them. Because that's just how shoes work. And then that bell is basically just going to be a circle with a little break point in the middle. These kind of look like wallabies. And same thing on this side. We'll just slowly but surely add in that fun curve into a more or less straight line with a little sole. And then that bell with that ridge. Dude, nice. Okay. You love gambling? So do I. All right, I'm grabbing another piece. I'm grabbing a cup of coffee. I'll be right back. All right, we are so back. So, let's continue. What do you guys think? Should we just get to pen mode, or should we keep finalizing some of these details? I'm thinking we just sort of rip pen. We just start going to the pen world. House tour when? I don't think you're getting one of those for a while. Also, I'm moving. I'm moving very soon to a different apartment, so it doesn't even matter. Check this out. This is my pencil box. Okay. So, let me show you guys how much stuff I'm rocking with. You open this up, right? Oh yeah, baby. And then you open up this section. Oh God, I'm gonna knock over my coffee for sure. Look, feast your eyes. Feast your eyes on that. This is $1,400 worth of art supplies. This, I remortgaged my house for this box of art supplies. Okay, so we are going to get a couple of different pens for this. Holy banzoobles, that's a good saying. Let's do a micron, another one, 0.5, what do we have? We have 0.5, we have 0.005, we have 0.8, whoa, holy hell, that's a thick boy. And then we'll have, I think that's probably all we need for now. Let's check how thick this guy is. Holy smoke show. Okay, let's test on a piece of scrap paper before I start ruining this piece. Okay, this is the 0.8. That's fantastic. That's exactly what I was looking for. This is a 0.05, so very fine. Whoa, mama. Look at that. And then this should be somewhere in between those two. Great. Dude, that bangs. Okay. By the way, why aren't you using the headphone mic? I am, aren't I? Oh, you're joking me. Yeah, this is headphone. Isn't it? Yeah, it must be. I'm looking at it right here. Does it sound crazy? Does it sound horrible? So, let's do a full outline with the 8. So we want the outline to be thickest. I'm hearing the webcam mic though. What? All right, check this out. This is the webcam mic, right? And then this is my microphone. Can you tell the difference now? I'm thinking you should be. It sounds the same. Interesting. What about now? Can you even hear me talking right now? Crew, I need you to text me right now. Am I muted? What about now? You can hear me that whole time? That is so strange. But it's the same sound. Weird. Okay, well, I'll have to fix that. I can hear you just fine. Damn it. Okay, let's delete this. Testing. Okay, see.
Okay, this is my headphone mic. Are we all in on this? This is much better. God, I hope this is much better. Now it sounds good? Weird! Oh, that's so annoying. Okay, well, whatever. We're back. Everyone on TikTok's pissed, Crow, because I went on a whole tangent about microphones. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking with grease. Thanks for letting me know. Okay, when you're doing outlines, you want the outline to be the thickest line because you want to showcase the difference in line weight, right? So we're gonna start by doing all of the outlines just on this whole drawing with this thick pen. And mind you, this might ruin this drawing. Right now, it looks sick. It looks fun. It looks whimsical in nature. But the pen might ruin it. Which is fine. So we'll start with this horn. And maybe as we go, we'll add a little bit of flair. We'll add a little bit of sauce as we're outlining. So, with this horn, maybe he's got a little notch in it. Whoa, there's some sauce. Maybe he's got another notch here. And then we'll add a little bump to show that the transition's happening. And then we'll slowly get all the way over to this horn. Maybe this one only has like one notch. Right? And then we'll have a little bump to the head, and then we have that eyebrow line into the cheek, into a little bump for the mouth, right into that dubious chin. I'm going to extend the jaw a little bit, especially whenever you're doing inking too. The whole like point of all of this was that funny, Tiffany? Thank you. The whole point of all of this structure and all of this sketching is to just give you a framework. But as I'm going in with this permanent pen and marker or whatever you're drawing with, it's like your opportunity to choose the best line from everything. So I'm slowly choosing to like extend or expand or change certain parts of this drawing to make sure things feel right. We can go up on this ear as well. Dude, he's popping off the page. For even watching you on TikTok instead of YouTube, I know, that's what I'm saying. So from here we can continue with the outlines. So this neck gets an outline. This far edge of the collar gets an outline. This lapel will get an outline. This shoulder will get an outline. And I'm leaving just a little bit of space in between lines as well to give a little bit more dynamicism. Alright, can we all say that in chat? Dynamicism. Wow. And we'll flare out this clothing. And maybe I'll give a little bit of sauce on this one as well. Maybe I'll give this flare even more pizzazz. And then these legs. We'll just start here. We'll probably end up casting this line up, or this outline up and around, but I'm really just focused on making sure the farthest outline is the thickest first. So then with this line, we'll slowly add a little bit of a taper onto this leg, into a little bit of a ruffle for the pant leg. We'll even add a little bit of space around the foot. Whoa, look at that. We'll add a little bit of taper as well. If this is his leg, his knee is probably going to be about there. So that's my mental mark of where a little bit of a shift change or shape change will happen. We can cast this up all the way. Nice. Now let's work on this pant leg. We'll get his calf muscle showing a little bit. We'll add a little bit of a ruffle here, as well as some 3D action. Same thing on this leg. And then that's going to come up, and we're going to keep this knee a little bit more square than we're comfortable with, just because that's how knees look in real life. And we'll throw that line to there. Dude, this thing is cooking. Okay, let's start back up at the top. Getting all of these lines going. We're going to see a little bit of his arm there. I'm going to shrink this sleeve down just a little bit because I think it's too big. Look at that, everybody. Wow. He's cooking. He's absolutely cooking. All right, coffee sip as we're going. Look at how much that's popping. Isn't that crazy? So as we're going with this thick outline, we can see slowly but surely everything is coming into view. So we can go down and start with these feet. The shoes Crow gambled on. We'll start with this little heel section into the sole of the shoe. We'll come up and around into this little elf shape, into this bell. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself there. 1 second. I have to leave, you want to leave all of the details and like the fun little shading parts to these lighter, thinner markers, right? You just want, watching super closely for the hands. I know. We just do not talk about the hands until we're there. That is the scariest part. I really just want all of the outlines to happen with this pen that I'm using right now. So we'll go into the heel a little bit, into the sole. There's that. And then these little bells. Okay. Now let's take a step back. Let's relax. Let's take a breath. Okay? Oh, thanks for liking the live. That's so cool. Now, what we want to think about now is which of these lines on the interior are as important as the outline. Usually, it's all structure stuff. So what I'm looking at is I probably want an outline on this sleeve because it's a very important part of this drawing. It's not like a detail, it's an actual structure piece. The lone survivor of your fans, you kind of are today, dude. You are the only one here. Which is crazy because usually Poochie sticks around, at least like in the background. But, as we're thinking, structure stuff counts as an outline, right? So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to finalize this sleeve because I like it. And again, we're always keeping in mind that this is going to be a little bit 3D. I want this, the wrist and the cuff to come out of somewhere, not just nowhere. So that's a good shout there. Right? Look at that. Adding a little bit of definition there. I've got to tell you, I'm very scared about these hands. We'll add in just an indication of this arm because we're going to have to add in a bunch of ruffles and and stuff there. It's quite depressing to be all alone here. No, it's nice. You're not alone. You're with me. Isn't that sweet? But now again, I think, oh God, I would say that this bottom leg is probably an important line, so we can throw in an outline onto this guy. Right? We want it to pop, we want things to work. We can probably throw in, how do we want to do this? I'll probably throw in a dark outline on this top leg as well. And this jacket covers that top edge anyways. So we'll have that going. Okay, we're slowly cooking. We're slowly figuring this out. Also, this jacket sort of hides any sort of waist or belt line too. Well, if you put it that way. See, that's what I'm saying. We've crossed the hour threshold. That's crazy. Okay. Now, for the hands. Oh God. Okay, let's think about this. So, it's going to be quite thick at the top. You know what? I say we just run it. I say we just run it up, Playboy. So we're going to have a little bit of a wrist action, down into palm, down into fingers. Whoa, here we go. Everybody's watching with bated breath. And then his wrist action into palm, into last finger. Whoa. And then maybe you see just a little bit of the stuff underneath it. Look at that! Hello! God! We hit it. We hit that like Soulja Boy. Alright. Thank God. Now we just have to replicate this on the other hand. But this one has a thumb. Oh my God. Okay. Now again, I'm looking at this. I'm trying to figure this out. Oh, I have to make sure my live stays on. Okay. So this one's going to have a thumb. So it's going to look more like wrist into thumb into finger. Oh yeah. Close. And then we'll just see maybe the second finger going up into palm into wrist. Holy hell. Okay. And then we'll probably see a little bit of the hand underneath it. Whew! That works. Maybe you see a little bit of a shadow behind it. God, thank Christ. I saw another viewer come and go in a matter of seconds. What are we doing wrong? I think this is the thing, Crow. Drawing content is not fun to watch. Especially, yeah, now the other hand. Make him stumpy at one-handed. Oh no, Tiffany, I just saw this. Damn. Well, maybe next time. We can make we can add him stumpy some other time. Okay. So, what else is super structural? What else do we need a thicker outline? You know what? For now, I think we're chilling. I think we can move on to I kind of really want to do the collar and the tie with a dark outline. Let's see how that looks. We're going into no man's land right now. But I think it's going to work. He's very dapper, this devil. Okay. and then this can come down and around. Same with this one. Up and around into home base. Nice. Okay. We're slowly cooking. We're slowly getting there. Maybe even his lapels have a dark outline, because whatever, we get to choose. And then that's going to cascade down into his suit jacket. I think that actually works much better. That shows dimension and everything perfectly. And then we can add in his little buttons as dark outlines as well. Dude, he's coming together. Nah, it's good. Thank you very much. Okay, coffee sip. Okay, let's move on to his face. We want his eyebrows to be pretty slim, but we can still use this thick marker. Those look banging. And we can go into his nose bridge, into his nostrils. And then we'll do, let's do the top of his eye in this dark outline, and then leave the bottom of his eye for the light outline. So we can do a little bit of that action, and a little bit of that action. And maybe actually, oh, what if his pupils are like cat's eyes? Like he has little slits instead. Look at that! Okay. And then his lips, we can add a fun expression on this guy. And then we can do all of the detail of the lips with the lighter pen. Dude, this is starting to work. This is starting to feel a lot better. He's starting to pop off the page. Isn't he? Crow, what do you think? Okay, let's drop down from 0.8 to 0.5. Now, we can do some wrinkles on the face. Maybe a little bit of a bottom lip action. Maybe a little bit of the eyeballs. Look at that. We can do the inner ear stuff. Bingo, baby. I think it's turning out fine, but it looks cool. Thank you. That's good to hear. Okay, what other pieces of detail do we need that's a little bit thicker than super thin? Probably all of the clothing wrinkles we can do in this thick zone. So we can do the armpit wrinkles. Just something real simple. There's probably going to be a little bit of wrinklage around the elbow as well. There's probably a little bit of wrinklage on that top section. Same thing over here. We can do another little outline for his body. And then there's probably going to be a little bit of a wrinkle on that sleeve. Let's color this part in. Things are starting to work, everybody. We can do a little bit of wrinklage here. Sometimes whenever you're doing wrinkles, less is better. Actually, pretty much all the time, less is better. So we can do a couple around where the fabric is going to be stretching the most. Right? Maybe there's going to be a ton of wrinkles and stuff going on up and around here, where all of this fabric is stretching. Look at those! They're banging! Okay. And then down here, we can show that the suit jacket is sort of cascading down. And then maybe we leave some of this zone for shading. There's going to be a little bit of wrinklage around here. Dude, we are sort of cooking, sort of in flow state right now. Okay. We'll show some motion in this tie. Wow. Wait, 2 people just joined, 1 left, bruh. That's alright. We're chilling. We're just drawing a devil man. Okay, and now let's get down to the crazy fine. And this is where we can do all of these pinstripes. So, I'll start with this one. And when we're closer to the edge, we're going to see a lot more density in these pinstripes versus when we get to these very open spaces. I'm going a little bit silent here because I need to focus. And again, all of these pinstripes are still going to follow the wrinkles and the shape of this guy's leg. Look at that! Bang on. Friggin' love that pen. Dude, thank you. Me too. Oh! Oh, the Pigma Micron 005. Wow! Eat your heart out. Bic. Hey, Bic, your mama called. Okay. So this leg is a little bit simpler because it's just straight up and down. So we really just have to focus on spreading out the lines evenly, and then they get very dense on the edges. Wow. Look at that. Okay, and then we can start shading in this section, just adding color, adding a little bit of fun to it, still following the shape of the fabric. We can even cross hatch it. Whoa, wait a second, just to prove that it's very dark. And with cross hatching, you always want to have like this diamond shape. You never want to have straight like perpendicular lines, right? Because now when I want to shade other things, using just one line makes it look way better. So to give this some depth, I'm going to add a bunch of curly lines. Same thing around here. We can add little eyelets for those buttons. Just slowly but surely adding little bits of detail and shading and fun. This is working way better than I thought it would. Okay, so now let's just go around and add a little bit of crosshatch shading to everything, keeping in that shape that we love so much. And I'm really focusing on how these lines are pointed directionally because it conveys the shape all that much better. Great. There's probably going to be some shading up and around these little sections. There's going to be a little bit of shading underneath this tie. There's going to be a little bit of shading underneath his chin. Great. Great. Wow. Probably a little bit underneath all of this. Get some flare in this tie knot. Dude, he's starting to cook. He's starting to go crazy. And basically now, we're just figuring out where it makes sense to put a little bit of shadow and using this very fine tip pen to do that shadow work for us. Because you don't want to overload the system with too much shadow. You just want to play a little bit with everything, showcase some detail, add in a little bit of a shine on this bell, add in the little balls. Same thing on this one. We're just focusing on shape. Shape and cool factor. And dude, honestly, we're getting to that point of this guy being completely done, which is crazy. We'll add some details around the eyes, maybe some details around these eyebrows to make them look a little bit more realistic. We can add in little indications that these horns are coming out of his head. We can add some shadow to the horns. Whoa. Look at that. Guys, I think we totally bounced on this one. And the rest is just texture. Just adding little bits of indication that this is a living, breathing suit and jacket. Bang. We have been cooking. Draw a cape on him. Oh, a tail actually. How about a tail? What if we did a little tail? Coming out from behind. And then maybe it's got like a little pincer point. That is nice. then we can add. Little bits of shadow on this. Skadoink. Perfect. There he is. There's the little devil man. What a cute little handsome mischievous devil. That could look nice. That's what I'm saying. Alright. It has been an hour and 20 minutes of drawing. Awesome. Thank you, Tiffany. Thanks for hanging out this whole time. It's been very nice. We are finished for the day. We've done a pretty solid drawing from scratch. We talked through every lesson point that I could in it. I feel like I practiced, which is great. And we're out of here. I'm gonna go do my own thing, pal. Gonna make some food, gonna have a nice coffee. Maybe sit in the sun, maybe read a book. Maybe do my taxes. Can I play Minecraft? That could be fun. Alright, we'll do some. We'll do a little bit. Just because that sounds fun. You're learning a lot, thanks. Oh, that's great. That's awesome. Well, thanks, I'm glad. I'm very glad that this was like at least a little bit helpful. If anyone wants to support, just shoot me a follow, pal. This is me. This is what I look like. This is the little setup. I'm also live on YouTube and Twitch. We do this as often as I can, but sometimes I get very, very busy, so I can't give you an actual schedule. as everyone has always said, here's a glamour shot of all the art supplies again. I'm Nathan. Thank you. Thank you very much. Bang. Crow. We bounced on it. We absolutely ripped it. And that TikTok stream went very, very well. We're slowly getting there. Making things work. Making things work on a playa. Haven't heard back. If once I do. Oh my gosh. Okay, Crow. Here's what we're going to do. Yeah, I believe you were the star this time. Aw, that is so kind of you. That is so stinking kind of a player. Thank you very much. We are still grinding. Whoa, we have a viewer in Twitch? Or is it just me? I think it's probably just me, pal. Let's switch over. I'm gonna pee. Okay. P-Town crazy mode. Probably something else fun to drink or snack on. And then we're going to play some Minecraft. Maybe this is what's going to get Bloom in here as fast as possible. If we start a Minecraft stream, he'll sniff it out from a mile away. Okay, perfect. Well, I'm going to mute up and enjoy looking at this drawing. Wait a second. Let's add text. Let's add a little bit of text. What kind of font do we want? Oh yeah, that'll work. Oh yep, that will work. Okay, see you in a second. Yo, we're back. Alone at the edge of the universe. You have such a beautiful singing voice, Crow. Okay, let's check. Oh, my bitrate is too high. You kidding me? So now I have to change my whole setup. Oh, we've got to delete Subway Surfers. I know I practice a lot. That's great. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What? You can still hear me, right? Oh, this is so cringe, bro. Okay, there we go. Now you can hear me nice. Now you can hear me nice and shit. Whoops. Okay. Alright. Be right back. Cool. Nice. Okay, we've changed our category. I don't know how the hell to change it on YouTube. Maybe it's over here. Goodness gracious. Oh, it's in stream settings. Doi. We'll edit this. Perfect. Okay. You're back, Crow. Good. That's how long it took me to fix all of the settings. Okay. Come on. We're booting up. We are officially booting up. And then I have to change even more settings. All right, baby. Can you see all that? Yeah, you can. You crazy. Absolutely crazy. Employee of the month? Me? Really? Okay. New world. Hardcore. Wait a second. Let's get my timer up. God, I can't believe all of this. Wait a second, where'd my... There she is. Look at that. Fixing things in record time is amazing. Thank you very much. I want to make this just a little bit bigger. Wonder if that ruins things for you. Probably does. Okay, let's change this now. God damn it. That is just perfect. Good enough. I don't care if it looks janky. Alright? Promote me to Upper Crow. Fuck yeah. Okay. Let's rip and tear this. Let's rip and tear this honky. Starting the clock early because I don't even fucking need it, bro. We always know that this is gonna end in a death. Okay. Oh, I've got to change my settings. All right, give me what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? We want sneak. We want bingo. There we go. All right. We desperately need to find a village. We desperately need to find some iron. We need a couple of pieces of wood. We probably need a little bit of food. If we find a sunken ship, that's probably best case scenario. Oh god. Let's get some stone tools while we're farting around. Oh god. And this is a hardcore run, so we can take our time a little bit. We don't need to go as fast as we've been trying to, but still, we're gonna get there. Okay, I need like what? 7? 6? 6, 7? What? Crow, how you feeling about this run? I'm thinking so far, spawn, dog shit. I'm thinking we are not going to make it out of this one. We'll throw that. We'll throw that. Bingo. We'll do 1, 2, 3. Alright, these tools are going to last us the whole game. Pray. We really need a shipwreck. Oh, we should probably get a boat, huh? Two minutes in. God. Okay, we have 4 minutes to break the world record. There's gotta be a shipwreck here. Pray. Pray for your kid. God, I wonder if we can... Right. That didn't change anything. God damn it. Alright. Oh god. Just realized I changed the title. Isn't that nice? Oh my god, there's a whole underwater temple there. That is going to bone me. Maybe we look for a village. I don't think we're going to find a shipwreck here. I changed the title, I changed the category, I changed everything. And now we're ripping and tearing through this. Like fire and ice. Ooh, underwater, what is it called? Portal. Holy Banzoobles. Is there gonna be a chest in this underwater one? I doubt it. Oh yeah, there is. Oh, nothing. But flint and steel, I guess, is cool. I can't even get that with a stone pick. What am I thinking? Okay, let's get back on land. This has been awful. We're actively losing aura right now. But guess what? We're going to get into this plains biome ahead, and we're going to find a village immediately. You make me want to download Minecraft to play with you. Dude, top 10 games of all time. No question. Okay, there's gotta be a village in this plains biome. Please, 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 please. Okay, we found pumpkins. Orange. Orange pumpkins means orange lava. Lava should be nearby. God damn it. And it's not. I think I might have seen a village though. Unless it's just a rock. Oh god. No, you bastard. Okay, that's fine. A little bit of food. I can't tell if that's a village or not. I'm getting text out the wazoo. Can't kill the baby. Don't you worry, Crow. Okay. Decimated 2 families. That's perfect. Record pace. Speedrunning to ruin a pig's life. Completed. Don't worry, Crow. He left a witness. I can figure that out. I can fix the whole witness thing. God damn it. Okay, no village. We're still grinding. This whole random seed thing is not fun. Quite unprofessional. Hey. You know what I should have done? I should have looked for... I passed some sheep and I should have just manned up and killed those so I could sleep through this first night. I thought I would have gotten a lot luckier though. On the bright side, we have flint and steel. Villager outpost. That could get us some iron. Flint and steel. Okay, come on, baby. Minecraft movie meme, thank you. I gotta turn off bobbing in the video settings. This is pissing me off. Oh, bingo. Alright, we gotta get this so we can make a bed. Oh shit. Okay. Bed possible. The only thing that's really gonna suck. Okay, we're 10 minutes in. All right. This is gonna be, if we win this, it's gonna be like a 40-minute run. But that's fine. Oh, I just got a notification from Xbox. I don't care, Xbox. I'm not even on an Xbox. God damn it, nothing. Horn for good luck. Oh, man. Okay, so we got totally boned. Oh, God. We're getting totally boned 2 times in a row. Oh, God, bob and weave, boys. I've got to craft a bed. I cannot survive the night. Took the arrows and not the crossbow. Hey. We win some and we lose some. Oh, God. Maybe I'll get it. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna die. Fuck. God damn it. Oh, what's up, Shroom? You missed the world record attempt. You missed everything? No, I didn't. That was full of trash. It was junk. It doesn't even matter. Nothing in this world matters anymore because I just lost that run. Thank God. Galaxy. Also, do you want to be called Shroom instead? Check this out. This is what you missed. We drew this devil guy. Isn't that sick? Right before we started speedrunning. Emo? That's alright. You were eating lunch and I was doing sports? That's sick. What sports? We drew this devil guy and now we're doing Minecraft runs. Which is incredibly awesome. Well, not really sport. Broken heart emoji. Shroomy. Delete it. Delete it. Hardcore. Who cares, man? We're all defeated. This whole world sucks. People are honking outside because this world sucks so much. Alright, let's rip it. Slightly better spawn, maybe? I just want a village quick, man. I just need iron quick. Did I see my post? No, did you tag me? I didn't even see the notification. I'll have to check after this. You did? Sweet. Okay. We'll do that. Hey, hey, hey! Relax, we'll get there. We'll figure it out. Let's go this way. Oh, a dog. Okay, come on, come on. I have a good feeling about this seed. Shipwreck? No, I think that's dirt. Village? Maybe that way? Shrew made a cool drawing. Wow, that's sick. After this run, let's check it out. We'll check it out live on the stream. Oh my god. Let's look for a shipwreck here, huh? Now that we have a vantage point. Anything? Nothing. God. What am I doing? How the hell am I supposed to get up here? Bloom is going to be so pissed that he's missing this, the world record attempt. Have you considered both? Either way, my Wi-Fi sucks or yours sucks. Oh no! Am I dropping frames like crazy? You know what? It's probably mine. Oh, what a world. I love when a Minecraft speedrun is just me running around trying to find something useful. Not just lagged. Hey, that's good news. Oh, and I'm out of food. Okay, new plan. You should get food first. Yeah, I'm working on it, Shroom. Alright? That's the whole point. I have to come to terms with killing innocent animals. Okay, we are going... Come on. Oh, you bastard. Oh, we've got to grab this wool. I have to sleep through the nights. I cannot survive nights. We have learned this. I couldn't even survive a villager outpost. Okay. We've got everything we need. Where do you guys think the village is? To the right or to the left? I said that before you thought food. I didn't mean to yell at you, Shroom. Don't you worry. Five minutes in, nothing's happened. That's perfect. That means we're on a good pace. Left. C. Okay, fine. We'll go left. She agrees with me, no witnesses. Don't you worry. Perfect. Oh, God. Shroom, you better pray that there's a village over here. I've almost been live for 2 hours. That's great. We're coming up on a world record. I will say, it is getting much, much easier to stream with all of this practice we've been doing. I think it's time to get some stone. We might have to just buckle up and make our own iron. Make it the norm? Dude, that's my goal. I would love to. Come on. Okay. Okay. We just need one more piece. Oh, God. We're gonna die like crazy. Not worth. Psych. It's worth it. We have a bed. We can make this work. What even is the Super Bowl? Yeah, good question. I don't even know. You're kidding me. Not a single piece. We just need one. God damn it. Alright, well. How much time do we just lose? A lot? Yeah, that makes sense. So they put balls on their feet, or... Yes, actually, exactly. That's the whole point. You see how fast you can run with balls on your feet. Okay, I have a good feeling about this. We're gonna find a shipwreck. Damn! Missed a torch, I know. But this is a speed run. This is the big leagues. I also have to make a bed quick. Okay, survived the night. 10 minutes in. We continue on. I love how Shroom types so fast. It's fun. It's incredible. Come on, give me something. Any iron? God. They hate to see me win. At least you have food. True. Yeah, I have food and a bed. So, I mean, honestly, this is sort of just like a long game now. Okay, lost my axe. That's fine. We're keeping our eye out for a shipwreck. That's something. I know. Guys, I don't think we're going to find a village at all. We're 12 minutes in, and we've done nothing. There's gotta be a village soon. Stuff will start working, I promise. Too bad. Let's grab one of these. We'll need it later. So what's new? What else do you have planned for today? Shroom. Also, have you guys realized that there's another person named Galaxy that hops in a stream now? You're either cooked or cooked. Thank you. That's what I'm thinking as well. It's Shroomy. I can call you Shroomy. Oh, I can't believe this. Plains biome. Could be a sweet village. Roll for village, please. Hello, Galaxy. We were just talking about you. Imagine he finds one, but it's only like 3 houses and that's it. That would be my luck. We've been running this world for 15 minutes. and we have seen nothing but decimating livestock. Galaxy, you missed it. We drew a whole bunch. We drew a whole big devil man that looked awesome. And now we're speedrunning Minecraft and not getting any luck. Guys, a village. You see that? In that top left? There's something there. By the way, for confusion's sake, y'all can call me Vec if you need to. Oh, and a lava pool. Holy shit. Okay. Guys, we might get into the nether. We might figure this run out. We're 15 minutes in. 16 minutes in. Oh my god. Victor. If this is one house, Crow and Shroomy, it's your fault. Your Chinese name is Lucky. Dude, it really is. Okay, more than 3 houses. Huge. Okay, great. Let's ransack these people blind. That does nothing for me. Stupid house. Iron Golem. We can use him for some iron. But is there a blacksmith? We already did that one. Oh god. Oh, I'm a chud. Oh, I'm the worst. I'm so bad. I'm so bad at this game, dude. Did I see the Robo Doodle I tagged you in? Oh, sweet. No, I haven't. You and Shroomy both tagged me in videos. Guys, that run was going so well. I was so excited. Another one? Yeah, we probably should. Ah, I can't believe that, dude. Alright, well. Run it back. Salty run back. Starting early because I know it's going to be fine. Anything? Anything? Come on. Boned. Absolutely boned. Alright, maybe this time we just don't we don't try super hard for a village. I thought that one was the one. I thought we'd get that iron, we'd make a bucket, we'd get in the nether. And then obviously, like, I usually die in the nether, but we were gonna check my post. Oh! You're right. Okay, let's do that. This world sucks anyways. Alright. Let's rip this. Oh, there's so many things on my desktop now. You guys still hearing my mic, right? Not my webcam. Wait a second, that's not gonna work. Come on, baby, come on. That's not gonna work either. What am I doing wrong here? Oh, here we go. Nice. Okay. Let's find out. I thought he was a dummy. You drew Jazz Powler. Yeah. Okay, come on. Oh, we've got some comments I've got to respond to. Hey, look at this. I totally don't understand. I'm not seeing the tag, brother. Let's go to the page. Which one is it? Oh, here we go. Whoa! This is sick. Dude, Shroomy. The eyes are great. All those eyes are sweet. The hand is awesome. The cat is sweet. Did you do that one along with us? This is sweet. Dude. Great job. Alright, now let's check out, let's check Galaxy. $50 subscribers. Bangin'. Oh, dude. This is so cool, man. You love drawing eyes? So do I. It's really fun. This is great. Whoa. You're into 3D modeling too? That's awesome. We'll throw a like on that. I forgot to like Shroomies. That's so great, dude. That's so sick. Great job, both of you. That's incredible. Dog, how are you not famous? That's what I'm saying. That art was fantastic. Unless you're talking to me, then I don't know. You also made a post? Whoa. Alright. Let's run it up, Playboy. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Oh, is this you? How the hell do I find you? Here we go. Alright, let's check the first post. First of many. 3 months ago. Dude, what's up? That's sick. Is this the post you were talking about, Crow? Jet 2 holiday meme with some characters from my studio's indie show. Oh, sweet. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. That's what I'm saying. You can save 50 pounds from the Jet 2 holiday. Crow, this is sick. I like the arm. The talon. The everything. Based. Based and beast. Alright, let's get back to it. Let's get back to hell. Yeah, I had to make the planet anim spaz out. Jet 2 holiday animation, I don't know. Dude, it's sweet. Grabbing, memes and drawing go hand in hand. Alright, here we go. This one's the one. Oh my god. Okay. We're not doing that. I promise you that. Okay, here we go. Okay, a little bit better. Grab some wood fast. Let me get back to drawing while watching. Please! Please do! Oh, okay. this one can work. Honestly, at this point, I'm thinking it might just be faster. Whoa, butt shot. I think it might just be faster. What am I doing? I love how well we all collectively just made fun of Nathan's spawns. Dude, they're all awful. I have never once gotten like a solid one. And if I have, I blow it immediately. Any shipwrecks? Any shipwrecks in chat? Nothing, dude. Okay, what I'm thinking is it's probably just tagging me nonstop. Dude, run it up. Run it up, Playboy. I'm in. I'm thinking it might just be faster and safer if we just get everything our own. We don't even look for villages. And then try and get to the nether that way. Because guess what? It is not working for your boy. We do need to get some food and some wool so we can sleep. Because we all know I'm not surviving the night. That's just out of the cards. Maybe we can do a little bit of looking for a village. I'll grab one of these. Brother, ew. Y'all are crazy. Guys, this is the longest stream I have ever done. Isn't that pretty sick? All thanks to y'all. Okay. Whoops. Be right back. Alright, Crow. Do your thing, boss. God damn it. Okay. We need that. We grab him for food. I bet your art if there's a village ahead. You bet all of my art? Okay, I'm in on that. I can play that game. Would you ever consider opening like a community thing where people can send you arts and stuff? Or converse with other artists? Absolutely! I would love to do something like that. I think that'd be a ton of fun. I've done something similar in the past, like a little art collective or like a little art showing just for like fun for the homies. But it'd be cool to do that online too. A broken down portal. If I lose, I'll draw stuff for you. Okay, that's great. Well, I think you just lost. Oh! Holy smokes! We have a village. Everybody, we have a village. Shroomy, I think you are good luck. Which is crazy. We're 4 minutes in. We found a village and a broken down portal. I cannot ruin this. Turn on community. We can do that. Okay, we'll take all this stuff. This portal can actually work. We just need 3 obsidian. Okay. Let's hope this village is going to be awesome. Just go to posts and turn on community. Oh, is it that simple? And then you guys can just all post on it? That's cool. I'm in on that. can't believe this. Dragons, masks, even mushrooms. Dude, all of our favorite things. All in one bucket. Okay. Say goodbye to your house, little man. Nothing. We're gonna need some food. Oh, I have it. There's the bed. Chest up here? No. God. God. Okay, there's a golem. We are not gonna make the same mistake as last time. Trust. What? What kind of stupid house is that? That's not helpful. Actually, wait. It might be. Nothing. Guys, we're cooking. I think we probably have plenty of beds. Oh, God. Just take the emerald. I am. Don't worry. What we can do is we can try and make a fisherman villager and then buy a bucket off of him. But now I need to find that iron golem again. Yeah, there he is. You bastard! Oh, man. I knew he was gonna hop up on that well, but I thought he was stuck. Dude. What a world. Alright, we have to do it again. That was the best. That was the best start we've ever had, and I squandered it. He tricked you. He did. He was dancing on me. He was preying on my downfall. Okay. I'm not in rage mode yet. We're fine. We're still working. We're still cooking. We can get lucky again. We can always get lucky again. Hope for a village. Pray for a shipwreck. New rule. Rageometer is at 50%. Exactly. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. We're never ever going to set up an iron golem thing next to the well again. Shipwreck? Anyone feeling village baby? What's good? Okay. We're cooking. We're learning from our mistakes actively. We'll create an axe. We'll take this. We'll start killing innocent bystanders. Okay, if we need it, we have a bed now. Now let's go cook. Crazy. Dude, see? You have enough unlucky starts, then all of a sudden, they start giving you wins. Now, the hardest part of all this, is that an ice spire? Is that a wizard tower? You seeing what I'm seeing? What the hell is that thing? You're only getting good because I'm here, aren't you? I think so, Shroomy. I think that's actually the only reason we've got anything. Which is sick. Ice biome, that's what I'm saying. Not helpful for us in the speedrun, but cool as hell. Literally. Oh, and abandoned a broken portal as well. Maybe we can get a sweet golden pickaxe. Okay. Speaking of ice spike biome. What the hell does that mean? Pillager base? It could be. I remember buying the Lego set. Oh! It's kind of a sick ass Lego set to buy. This portal can work. Holy smokes. Alright. Let's hope this village is at least medium good. I would love some wheat. I would love a golem. Beds. Nice. God damn it. Okay, we've got wheat. I really need you guys to have a golem. Or a golem. There he is. We'll take those. You don't need a random potato. I know you guys want it. I'm not taking it. Look at that ice spire. That's crazy. Do we have a blacksmith? Nope. We have a bunch of beds. Okay. We're gonna have to do something dangerous. Actually, maybe not. This isn't gonna work. Oh, I'm panicking, guys. Oh, this'll work. What? Finally. Redemption arc. No, not yet. Just you wait. We're getting this. Oh god. Shovel. Let's use a hoe. Let's beat him with a hoe. It'll be fine. How many hits does this guy have to take? Oh my god. My everything. I wasted everything on that guy. But we have 3 iron, which is banging. That's all we need. Oh, actually, I wish we had 4. Well, let's see. Maybe we can Let's get some stone tools quick. And then, we're only 6 minutes in, that's pretty sweet. What we can do is try and trade one of these guys for a bucket, and then we can use the iron on a flint and steel. Flint and steel. You should have got a sword. Dude, axes and swords are just perfectly the same. It's fine. But you're right. That golem really did take everything I had from me. But at least we just wasted a hoe and a wood axe, you know? Nothing super important. Let's take some of this wood. Oh, never mind. I just heard a zombie. That is not good news. We'll take that, and then we'll take that. Oh, we have enough for a flint and steel. Done. Okay, now we just need some gravel. We also have enough for boots, bro. Guys, we're coming up. We're on the come up for sure. Oh, look at they cage their animals. Perfect. Sorry, everybody. We're saving all of them. Okay, we need... I'm gonna grab some more stone. The bed keeper. Have to be. We'll grab some more stone just in case. I'm gonna chop down this tree as well, because we don't have any building blocks. Don't go into the nether yet. We might have to. It's 8 minutes. Get armor first. What? We'll find some. We'll find some armor somewhere else. Gold we'll get gold once we're in there. Trust. We'll find a bastion. We'll even mine some from netherrack. We'll be gooch. Okay, we need hopefully lava. Where are you gonna get the lava to finish the portal? That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it might be underneath. Bro's evicting the villagers. I am. Had to happen. Oh, you know what? I should make all that bread that I'm gonna be eating. We'll grab that. Take their torches. That could be a good idea. Let's see if there's even lava underneath all this stuff. Shit. I'm holding shift. Oh, whoops. Holding the wrong button. Okay, let's think about this. Damn. Lava's gone. Okay. You guys are right. We have to go find other lava. Which is not going to be horrible. Buddy. Yeah, Shroomy? What's going on? I don't think we need the armor. We're going back to ground zero. We have to find a lava pool. Oh, hello. You guys are kidding. You're gonna die. Not so fast, Galaxy. Not so fast. Let's use these. Okay, let's go here. Nice. Nice. Oh wait, we need this, don't we? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Now, we need to Hmm. Hmm. Hold on. Let me do it. We all have That's funny. Okay. What? Oh, I've messed it up. You're joking. That should have worked. You're kidding. Guys. Doesn't wood burn? Yeah, but we'll be fine. This should work. No? Oh, is it because of this one? We're really hoping there's some lava I can salvage from this. I might have just blown this run up. I do not think I can salvage this. We need 2 more. Oh no. Oh wait, no, we need... Damn. Okay. Start hoping. We're fucked. There's gotta be a 2 deep spot somewhere. No. Our biggest mistake yet. Guys. It's over. On to the next. I can't believe that. What a crushing defeat. The highs and lows. Okay, 50 minutes in, we've only made a fool of ourselves once. Gonna need to dig straight down, I'm thinking so. But finding surface lava would be so much easier. The hell? Nathan, put the golden boots on so they don't beat you up. Well, that's what... Wait a second. Can we salvage? I just don't want them to break before I get in the nether. You know what I mean? Okay. This is what we're gonna do. We are going to steal. but I don't think this is going to be enough. We need 3 more. I just found 2 for sure. Okay, come on. Stick with me here, everybody. You gotta believe. I need some believers in chat, dude. Oh, I think there might be a third down there. We're saving this run. We're saving this if it kills me. It's almost been 3 hours. What am I doing? I have returned. Hello! You missed a horribly embarrassing stop to this run, but we're bringing it back. We're bringing it back like crazy. Oh no. I don't think there's another source. I think it all came from one. Damn it. Oh no. We're gonna have to dig straight down. We're gonna have to find our own lava. God! Shroomy is my luck, 100%. There's not a doubt in my mind. Okay. Wait a second. If this is burning, doesn't that mean that there's lava next door? No. Sad. There is. Holy hell. We're fine, we're fine, we're fine. Hopefully. Nice. Okay, we have to be really careful with all of that. There might be another one down there, huh? You're not fine. We got out of there by the skin of our teeth. That's perfect. And check this out. We have our 3 pieces. We cannot mess this up. Okay, that'll work. That'll work. Top piece. Bottom piece. Oh, thank God. Okay. I cannot believe we saved that. Oh, God. Oh, I cannot believe that. Guys, I'm gonna piss my pants. Where's the water? It's right there. We got it, we got it, we got it. Okay, I'm gonna put these on. Come on, it's nighttime enough. Don't make me survive the night again. Do we have, okay, we have that. Damn, we need You're missing one obsidian? No, I'm not. No, I am not. You can't trick me. Check this out. Full portal. Oh, you're joking. Oh my god. Well, thank god we found that last piece, huh? We'll throw that right there. Skadoosh. Oh, thank god. Thank you, Crow. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Okay, now we need a piece of gravel. I really thought you were pranking me. Really? Not a single flint from this. Wow. Flint and steel. Okay, let's get rid of some of our junk. We need all of this. For sure. We need food. Building blocks are always good. Egg we don't need. Sapling we don't need. Building blocks fine. White wool fine. We can keep that. Maybe we make... I think we should probably make a new set of tools. Yeah, get tools first. I'm in on that. Grab all these sticks. We'll grab another one of those. We'll grab another one of these. Screw that. We'll take this. We'll take this. Okay, guys. God, I have to pee so bad. Let's rip it. It's a speed run after all. 23 minutes. We have our boots on. Oh, I was about to say pray for a good spawn. We're not getting anything. I'm getting out of here. Me and Nathan are on the same page right now. We really are. Okay. Whoops. We need to change our video settings. I want max frame rate, that's fine. Render distance, we can probably simulation distance, maybe pop that up a little bit. Cloud distance. Particles, minimal. Improve transparency. Great. See-through leaves on. Okay. That might help a little bit. Bro, use the bathroom. I can't. We're speed running. Okay. Let's rip. Okay. Where's the entity number, huh? I can't even see it. Does anyone know? If a gas pops up, you're gonna piss yourself. I know, that's what I'm saying. I don't know how to check for entities. We're running it up, Playboy. There's a ghast. What do we see? What do we see? Oh no! I've been playing other games. Q is to open the menu. Up the Quake. guys see anything? You're cheating? How am I cheating? Tell me right now. I'm not messing with those hoglins. I don't need to remember where my portal is. What we're gonna do is get to a bastion. Thank you, let him cook. Thank you, thank you. We're gonna, oh god. We're gonna get to a bastion, we're gonna trade a bunch. They're gonna give us obsidian, and we're just gonna make a new portal. With my flint and steel. Is there anything? Oh man. You could have used torches to guide me back. I know, but I'm leaving it. I'm never going back to that portal again. We're done. Me and that portal are over. What's gonna happen is I'm either gonna die in this nether or I'm gonna make it out a champion. That's the pressure I need to win this. It also offsets the pressure of my pee. I have to pee so bad. Anything? Oh, I'm running like an idiot. How do I turn on, what about food? I've got 19 bread, bro. Get ender pearls? Yeah, we'll get some of those too. In blue forest? No, I'll wait. Oh, you're joking me. It's 'cause I changed my settings. I changed the shift key like a dumbass. What a world. What an absolute devastating loss. Guys, I can't believe that. It's so over. It's so insanely over. You can't use water in you can't use water in the nether, pal. It evaporates. We just got boned hard. Alright. Well, that's it. It's 2:30 over here. It's 2:30 already. I've been live for 3 hours. That's awesome. Today was sick, even though that loss just happened. We did a fantastic drawing. We played Minecraft. I learned a lot. You know, I am getting a little bit better every single time, which is sick. But that's it, brother. We even reviewed your art this stream. We've done so much. That sucks for me. I know. I know it. That's what I'm saying. But that's it. It's 4:37 for me. Wow. Cool. So you're in the Midwest. That's where I come from, bro. Okay. Thanks for hanging out this whole time, guys. This has been really fun. I'm excited to get this streak back going of streaming. You suck so hard that I forgot to draw. That's not nice. That's not a good thing to say to me. You're kicking me while I'm down. You're throwing sand in my eyes. Dude, I cannot believe that. I absolutely cannot believe that. Oh, what an incredible, incredible game. Well, dude. Galaxy, that's not nice. It's okay. Shroomy, you're playing hardball, and I love it. Okay. I'm out of here. Thank you. You did say JK. You did. I just thought it was funny. This has been awesome. Goodbye, guys. See you next time. Goodbye. I'll be working the next couple of hours, so that sucks. See ya.